What's up, guys? It's Candice, and I'm here today with a quick how-to tip for you to take away for the week. Now, the question that I'm answering this week is, how do you know when it's time to progress in your workouts? How do you know when it's time to progress in resistance more specifically? So if you started out, if you're new to training and you just kind of went through all the body weight stuff, you've been doing body weight workouts and you've been doing the main movements like I like to see. So you've been squatting, pushing, pressing, all that kind of stuff, but with body weight or maybe with bands, and you feel really good about it. So say you started out doing 10 squats and now you've pushed yourself up to doing 15 and you feel like you could probably add some weight into the mix. Now, how do you know if that is true? Well, if you get to that 15 rep and it used to be challenging, so maybe that first time you did 15, those last 2 to 3 reps were super challenging. But now, you can fly right through them. You could probably do 30 if you really wanted to. It would take you even more to get more fatigued. Then that can tell you right there that it's probably time to add some resistance, to challenge yourself a little more. So once you get to where doing a certain rep range of an exercise is relatively easy, if you're going after increasing your strength, if that is your goal, if you're trying to increase resistance and tone in your body, then once you get to a certain point after doing, say, that for a few weeks and you feel like you're strong, you're good in that zone, then it's time to increase your resistance. So if you haven't been working with weight, maybe it's adding a kettlebell, just holding a kettlebell for a goblet squat, or maybe it is just adding one dumbbell for a chest press, or both. Or maybe you've been doing dumbbell stuff, so now it's time maybe to take it to the barbell. Now, the one thing I want to say is just note that if you are doing any of these movements, please make sure, if you have never done them before, if you are really not comfortable, that you have someone with you, a coach, a professional that can help assist you and guide you on how to use this equipment properly, because it's super important. You don't want to get injured. So the second thing to look for is if you're not noticing change that you used to notice with the workouts you're doing. So if you have been doing the same rep count, the same weight for a while, or at first you were noticing you were more toned, you felt good, and now you're not seeing that, then it's probably time to change it up and increase that resistance or progress in some way. Apply that progressive overload principle. And the third thing to really think about is if you just feel really good doing that movement. So if your confidence is there and you feel like you are stable, you are able, I like that, stable and able to do the movement, then add a little bit of resistance. Add some bands, add some dumbbells, add a barbell if you are there, not if you're just starting out, and just see how that feels. Now, you want to pay attention to how you feel with all of your workouts. That is one of the biggest ways to know if you are ready to progress or not, based on your energy, based on how you're sleeping, the progress you're seeing, the strength you're seeing. Try to pay attention to all that. So let's recap real quick what those tips are. So number one, it's if what you were doing previously has now gotten easy. So rep count, weight, whatever have you, if you used to do it and it challenged you those last few reps, then it's time to progress. Number two is if you feel like you're not seeing the change that you used to, then it's time to increase or progress a little bit. And last but not least is if you really feel comfortable doing the movement, then it's time. So think about that. Think about where you're at. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I am always here for you. I also have programs that you can progress right along. No matter what fitness level you are, I have beginner stuff that you can then transition into intermediate and so forth. So be sure to check them out in the link below. And like I said, always make sure you have someone working with you if you are not comfortable doing something or if it's your first time, just to make sure you do it correctly. Better safe than sorry, guys. But happy lifting. Let me know if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't and share this with someone who might find it helpful.